Each day provides its own gifts. The universe is transformation. Life is opinion. Such as are your habitual thoughts, such also will be the character of your mind, for the soul is dyed by the thoughts. To understand the true quality of people, you must look into their minds and examine their pursuits and aversions. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Begin. To begin is half the work. Let half still remain. Again begin this, and thou wilt have finished. Because a thing seems difficult for you, do not think it impossible for anyone to accomplish. Be content with what you are, and wish not change, nor dread your last day, nor long for it. Tomorrow is nothing. Today is too late. The good lived yesterday. We ought to do good to others as simply as a horse runs, or a bee makes honey, or a vine bears grapes season after season without thinking of the grapes it has borne. To the wise, life is a problem; to the fool, a solution. Let it be your constant method to look into the design of people's actions, and see what they would be at, as often as it is practicable, and to make this custom the more significant, practice it first upon yourself. A man should be upright, not be kept upright. To live happily is an inward power of the soul. Be content to seem what you really are. Despise not death, but welcome it, for nature wills it like all else. Forward, as occasion offers. Never look round to see whether any shall note it. Be satisfied with success in even the smallest matter, and think that even such a result is no trifle. Aptitude found in the understanding and is often inherited. Genius coming from reason and imagination, rarely. The universal order and the personal order are nothing but different expressions and manifestations of a common underlying principle. Whatever the universal nature assigns to any man at any time is for the good of that man at that time. To refrain from imitation is the best revenge. Men exist for the sake of one another. Death is a release from the impressions of the senses, and from desires that make us their puppets, and from the vagaries of the mind, and from the hard service of the flesh. We are too much accustomed to attribute to a single cause that which is the product of several, and the majority of our controversies come from that. When thou art above measure angry, but think thee how momentary is man's life. Perhaps there are none more lazy, or more truly ignorant, than your everlasting readers. There is nothing happens to any person but what was in his power to go through with. Each thing is of like form from everlasting and comes round again in its cycle. And thou wilt give thyself relief, if thou doest every act of thy life as if it were the last. What springs from earth dissolves to earth again, and heaven-born things fly to their native seat. Everything that exists is in a manner the seed of that which will be. The act of dying is one of the acts of life. Where a man can live, he can also live well. Anger cannot be dishonest. Death, like birth, is a secret of nature.